I am not offering any official legal advice, so don't take this as official legal advice. This is just stuff that I found out or heard from, some of it's from lawyers, on my own, but like, do your own research. Don't just trust me, but this is what I found. What's up, everybody? My name is Alyssa. I am a writer, editor, full-time 9-to-5 employee, and I am currently building my own publishing business. And here on this channel, I am just kind of documenting what that process looks like as I start building it, and I share the little things I learn along the way. On Instagram, I asked if people would be interested in hearing about my experience building a business bank account and learning about why you need one, and a lot of people said yes. So today, that is what I'm going to talk about, is building your business bank account and why you should do it if you own your own publishing company or really any LLC. So first off, why do you need a business bank account? Why can't you just choose your personal bank account? This is something that my lawyer told me when I first started my LLC, is that if you don't have a business bank account, then the legal protections that your LLC kind of offers you as far as keeping your business as a separate entity from your personal life is basically moot. If the funds that you are earning from your business are going straight into your personal business account and someone decides to sue your business, you're not offered legal protection from that. Whereas if you have a business bank account attached to your business entity, then that is what helps offer you the extra layer of protection so that your business is the one getting sued, not yourself. So it offers that extra level of protection and really just professionalism. It kind of keeps you more accountable with tax things and whatnot. So that is why you should have one if you own your own LLC. Now, this is the stuff that gave me a massive headache while I was starting to set up mine. I decided to go with Chase Bank because after asking several of my friends who are very successful entrepreneurs, that was the one that was recommended the most. So I went with Chase Bank and I did their online application, which in hindsight, I 100% would have just grabbed a couple things and gone to the bank in person. I don't know why I thought to do it online by myself, because it took me 3 hours, because I get very stressed out about detailed paperwork sorts of things, and particularly when they pertain to money, and I had to Google a bunch of terms. So I am here to tell you what I Googled, what I learned, so that if you do decide to do it on your own, hopefully this will make it a little bit easier for you. So first things first, what you need before you decide to open a business bank account, and this is either for the online application or if you decide to go in person, is you need your articles of organization and you need your EIN paperwork, or at least you need to know your EIN number. If you go to the bank in person, EIN number, I just realized. Anyway, as I was saying, I don't know if you go into the bank in person, if they actually want to see the physical IRS paperwork with your EIN on it, or if you can just know your EIN. If you just know your EIN, that is enough for the online bank application with Chase, but you do need your articles of organization paperwork because there is quite a bit of info on there that they will be wanting to know on their application. So you have those, and then as you're going through the application, there are going to be some terms and questions that perhaps you are not very familiar with, as I was not very familiar with them. So these are those things. These are those things I had to Google. The first thing is your LLC member managed or is it manager managed? And I gave myself such a headache looking up these terms. In general, for LLCs, all owners of the LLC are referred to as members. So if you are the only owner, then you are also the only member. If you went in on your LLC with some family members or a group of people, then you have multiple members to your LLC. But if you are the only owner, you are also the only member. Member managed means that the owner or owners are involved with all of the business decision making. So if you are the only member, the only owner of your LLC, and you are the only one making the decisions for your business, then your LLC is member managed. Your LLC is manager managed if the owners or members of the LLC decide to have an outside manager be in charge of all of the business making decisions. And in that case, the manager becomes an agent of the company. And I didn't read too deep into that one once I figured out that I was a member managed LLC. If you are the owner of your own publishing company, chances are there's a very good chance that you are a member managed LLC as well, unless you hired someone else to do all your business making decisions. Then it is manager managed. Next thing I had to Google, and I don't remember if this was for the actual application or if this was for another state thing I had to fill out for California. But are you technically the CEO of your company if you are the owner / sole member of it? And the answer is yes, if you are the one in charge of directing the company operations. I almost said the word observations. Or if you are, and if you are the one who is instituting the business goals and whatnot. Which again, if you are the only member, like the only person in your LLC, and you don't have anyone that you've hired or anything, yeah, you're technically the CEO. So I'm technically a CEO, which, sounds a lot cooler than what it actually is right now. Next thing I had to Google was the established date, because on the application you need to list an established date of your business, and I didn't know if this was the file date or if this was the date where I got my articles of organization, or if it was some other date that I needed to be aware of. So after Googling, and this is the one thing where I'm still not quite sure if I got it right, but I haven't had anything pop up that said I did something wrong, so I'm just going to go with it for now. Is that your established date is the date where you decide to start your business. So it's not your file date, because until you actually get your paperwork and your tax identification number and all that, you're not able to do business. So anytime after that, after you get that information that you decide that your business starts, is your established date, from what I can tell. So I started working with clients maybe it was kind of October 2019. So that was the nice thing in the application, is it didn't ask for an exact day. It asked for a month and a year. So I said that my start date was in October 2019. And so far, I haven't heard anything telling me I should have done otherwise. So let's hope it stays that way. Next thing I had to look up was how to determine your fiscal year. Your fiscal year is basically any 12-month period that your company is using for accounting purposes. And I've seen some people do it where it could be June to June, and they break their taxes up and whatnot on a quarterly basis. I did read in this one article that if you are a single member LLC, then the IRS says your tax year has to end on December 31st, which would mean your fiscal year is a regular calendar year. I may be saying this wrong. I will link articles that I read down in the description below so you can get a better understanding of this for yourself. But from what I understood is if you are a single member, then your fiscal year is mandated by the IRS to be a full calendar year. And this is if you're living in the US. I don't know how other taxation systems work in other countries. So this is if you're living in the US. As I said before, the easy way to go about all this would be just to take your articles of organization and your employer identification number to a bank and have them help you set up with it. But if you do decide to do it on your own, I hope this information was helpful for you. If you have any other questions, that I could potentially answer, then feel free to ask them. I don't know how much of a help I'll be, but I will put the links in the description so that you can do some research on your own as well. That's all I have for today. If you like this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. And if you would like to see weekly content about this entrepreneurial journey I'm on and the things I learn while I'm on it, go ahead and subscribe. Videos will be going up every Wednesday. Thank you so much for watching this video, and until next time, bye.